Hello investors and welcome back to Just Randy Stocks. During this video I want to talk about NAKD Brands Group Limited because the volume went absolutely insane at the end of last week or yesterday. So you can see here it sat at 68 cents. It had a 15% run up, and of course this is a penny stock. So for those of you that were thinking about putting money in here, I mean, you want to do risk mitigation, right? So you want to know what is the news, the catalyst that's behind this. Has it been completely announced yet? Do we know everything that's going on? And could this go to $1 for NASDAQ compliance? So those are all questions that I don't think we're going to answer during this video. So feel free to watch anyway, though. But I think there's some interesting things to cover. So let's see. What did we have last week? We had almost 300 million volume with an average trading volume of 38 million. We've got a daily range of 65 cents to 75 cents, and an open at the bell, it was 66 cents. It was a previous close of 59 cents. This has been bouncing back from 50-cent range. So if you were to back the chart up here, you could probably see a couple of dips in the chart down here around the 50-cent range. If you were to go back far enough, if you were to go maybe 6 months or a year, you see these little dips right here. 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents. So the CEO came out with some news talking about clean energy, but let's get straight into it. Let's talk about what it is. So what is NAKD Brands Group? Discover your story. So NAKD Brands Group is a specialist in the intimate apparel and swimwear e-commerce group. And they have been through a lot of changes, and their revenue stream has been going down, down. They have a decent balance sheet, but NBG is what they're called here. You can see NAKD Brands Group. They had some acquisitions that they did, and then they announced a strategic exit of some of their businesses so they could strictly stay e-commerce. So they wanted to stay online e-commerce. And you can see this last paragraph down here. This is their story. The company is focused on seeking opportunities to acquire e-commerce-based operating businesses in intimates and swimwear that can leverage operating and revenue synergies through a large consolidated group. So I think that's what they've nailed down. The CEO made an announcement this last Friday, and that's why this is going crazy. I don't think it's finished. I think this was just a very small 20% movement, which isn't much for a stock. A 20% movement is just a healthy movement within a day. So down here it says, I'm happy to report that after extensive search and due diligence, we believe we found a disruptive opportunity in clean technology sector. We believe the business combination will reward patient shareholders. So is this price low? You're sitting at about 75 cents, probably when the market opens. I could see some pre-market activity happening on this. The low end of this is 50 cents. So if you say this could go down to 50 cents, I don't see that happening if it was to drop off. But the high end here could potentially be over $1. So I mean, penny stocks are highly volatile. You can see this volume is flooding in. So many changes in the company. January 2021, NAKD Brands Group announced a strategic exit also of another portion of their business. So they're really trying, it looks like they're really trying to get focused. So I found another article that says fashion forward, and of course this is from 2019, but what is happening in the fashion industry to where it could be any way related to clean energy? And how is this tech targeting waste and pollution? Because the fashion industry supposedly is one of the most wasteful industries in the sector. So is this what they're really talking about? The textile industries alone account for nearly 26.4 trillion gallons of water and 96 million tons of oil per year, according to a 2017 report. Now, I know some of these data points are old, but I thought this was a really great article that highlights how they examine the fashion brands and leverage technology to make clothing productions and consumption more sustainable. So there could be all kinds of things that could come out, but officially we don't know what the news is yet. So until that news does get announced, you could see a run up in the stock price. And that's pretty much what this video is about, is plant-based textiles, bacteria-based dyes. to leverage a blockchain-based supply chain to increase transparency. Any number of things could happen. I went through this article and highlighted a few things with biodegradable fabrics and so on and so forth. So feel free to check that out. If you want to pause the video, take a look at that. But in FinViz here, I wanted to capture what were the highest volume stocks last week. And you can see we had CEI and we had NAKD Brands. They were the top two highest volume. And we've got, you can see here, even the market cap, when you compare it to SNDL, the share price is sitting exactly the same, but we've got tremendous volume coming into this with the announcement of that news, and I don't think this running is finished. So I want to take a look at the volume and just see where this run-up was, candlestick action, and right here you can see this candlestick, it closed, and this is on a 5-minute chart, so it closed on a bullish signal. So I would have this one on your watch list. Of course, with penny stocks, you want to make sure you don't invest any money that you're not willing to lose. But I just find I find these ones that people pile in on incredibly fascinating. Well, this is in ticker terminal. We've got it on annual. We also be careful because when you go into this, it's going to automatically default in a display currency that's not USD. So just be careful with that. So I like to do this on quarterly, annually, it doesn't matter. Annually just gives you a larger time frame, and that's what I want to have so I can share this with you on the screen. And you can see back in 2016, it looks like they were banging. They were doing pretty well. And then the overall revenue, total revenue has just been declining. So what are they doing to reverse that? How are they going to change it? They got a pretty strong balance sheet, as you can see, and their cash flow statement is just not that great. So there's some things they need to fix. So it's absolutely okay to have fun with trading. And I tell you what, this one, I think there's going to be a lot of people having fun on this one on Monday. So let's get naked, go naked. And it's okay if you have no idea how bikinis and lingerie are related to clean tech. Let me explain. And then just a big dollar sign. Hey, prices that are this low, these massive movements, if you've got $5,000 in a penny stock that's sitting at 70 cents and it goes to $1, you're talking about massive gains in a very short period of time. I believe there's the strong possibility that this could happen on Monday. Hey, you guys enjoy your weekend. Investors, I'll see you in the next video.